story he told me that always stuck in my head. He said, you know, we used to take asbestos out of a tray by hand and put it on the pipes. And I said, you did it like that, Uncle Doc? And he was like, oh yeah. He said, that's the way we did it. We just scooped it up out of a tray, stuck it on our hands and put it on the pipes. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, we didn't know that there was any problem. That's just kind of how we did it. And I was thinking to myself, you know, there's no telling how many hundreds of thousands of times he did that. I hate that he went down that road. The sad thing is a lot of them just didn't know how bad asbestos was. And in that profession, it was just one of those things that was a daily, you were just going to be exposed daily just because of what you were doing. And sadly, it got him in the end. We've had a relationship with Environmental Litigation Group for roughly 20 years. And it started with my father back when my uncle originally had the claim started. And my dad, going back that long, had a great relationship with the attorneys here. Over the years, my dad has passed away and I've taken over as executor. And it's just been a great working relationship. I know several of the attorneys, I know several of the staff, and it's no problem at all, you know, to call down and get status or find out what's going on. They're very good about keeping you up to date on things. And the attorneys are great folks. Can't say enough good about it. When you think about a 2-decade relationship, it's just a wonderful thing to know that they're kind of in your court with something like this, and it's a great thing to know that you have someone you can rely on to help walk you through this process. When environmental litigation first contacted my father about the money that he was going to receive and that my uncle was going to receive, it was, I guess you could say it was a game changer for the family, because as you know, the mesothelioma is a major problem with a lot of folks that have contracted that over the years. And for us, when we got the money, it was wonderful. You know, I was able to put a large payment down on the house, and Dad he basically just kind of divvied things out, and my uncle got a good amount of money, obviously. But I think the thing that also helped out that we didn't realize is that the money that my father received as executor, and as he distributed out, my mother and father got ill, and we were able to use a lot of the proceeds basically for their care.